And thank y'all for having me out here. I'm Susan Hayes, your agriculture nominee. I grew up in Brownwood, Texas. My family's from the Abilene, San Angelo area. Now I mostly live out in Alpine, go back and forth between there and Austin. I'm an attorney, and I've worked my whole career on voting rights, reproductive rights. I came to run for this office because I helped draft and pass the law that legalized hemp in Texas. And I saw how, once I began working for the Ag Commission on the rulemaking, how open and notorious the corruption in that office is with Sid Miller. And having grown up in the country and having understood the political history of this country, the United States, I saw the missed opportunities for rural Texas. Democratic policies built rural Texas from rural electrification forward. And with that office being as dysfunctional as it is, I mean, Sid Miller himself admits that the governor and the lieutenant governor won't even speak to him. We're leaving a lot of opportunities on the table and a lot of our federal tax dollars on the table. And I'm going to give y'all an example. The prior Biden COVID relief package included $1 billion of funding to pay the debt owed to black farmers who had been cut out of USDA programs for decades. And a lawsuit was filed to stop that, calling it discrimination to pay the debt owed for discrimination. And Sid Miller intervened in that lawsuit to stop it. Yesterday, in the new package that's coming through, those funds have been restored. They've rewritten the language to try to avoid the legal trouble to get that debt paid to those black farmers across this country. A big reason why I wanted to run for this office is it oversees rural health care, and it has the Office of State Rural Health in it, and it also oversees rural economic development. The Comptroller's office is lead on rural broadband, but this office can help bring down federal funds for rural broadband. We do not survive in rural Texas without paying attention to those issues, and the Republicans, from the leadership all the way down to the pariah Sid Miller, have let them rot in the basement. They've not focused on them. They're not looking at them. They don't sit there and count where do we need better, where were our holes in rural health care. That is something I am going to fix as your Ag Commissioner. Thank you. And we've heard a lot about the drought and water. You heard from Jay. Jay's office is about, he's got power over our public lands and how they're managed. As Ag Commissioner, I have a power of persuasion over privately held lands, how people manage their agricultural operations. So environmentally and economically sustainable agriculture, that will be a focus as my administration as your Ag Commissioner. And now down to the brass tacks of winning this election. Sorry, Jay and Janet are a little shorter than me. I gotta move this up. I've got yard signs out there, bumper stickers. I've got some 4x6 ranch signs in the back of my truck. Anybody who's got some fence line over a major highway, come find me. I'm gonna hang out for a while and stay through lunch. Be happy to give you one of those. Appreciate y'all I really appreciate y'all doing the work. I have been talking to friends, Democratic friends who also grew up in rural Texas for decades, about the party walked away from rural Texas. They spent all their money back in the 90s on the air war and not on the ground war. And I know there are Democrats out there. I know that there are Democrats in rural counties who will come out of the closet if they feel a little support from their friends and neighbors. So say it loud and say it proud that you're a Democrat. Go to neighborhoods you haven't gone to before and knock on doors. That is how we will win this state and right the ship of the state of Texas. Thank you very much.